Hi, and welcome back to It Figures. First, let me apologize for being away for so long. I have been running other YouTube channels as well. I promise I will be back next week with a ton of new reviews for you. Tonight, I have a special review of a brand new pop figure that was just released. ELLIOT the Dragon from Pete's Dragon. This is a oversized pop figure, much larger than a normal pop figure. As you can see, the box is your normal pop figure box. On the back of it, however, it does show that there is a 2-pack of Pete and ELLIOT from the movie, and it looks like that ELLIOT may be clear in this version because if you've ever seen the movie, you know he was supposed to be his imaginary character and he could disappear, which is pretty cool. Alright, so let's go ahead and open up ELLIOT from Pete's Dragon. But before I do that, I have a brand new thing that I want to bring to you. Pete's Dragon was one of my favorite movies growing up as a kid, and as soon as I saw this in the store, I had to grab it. It's much different than any other pop figure I have ever seen. As you know, most pop figures just have the black eyes and the very little nose, no mouth. But ELLIOT here has quite a lot of detail. He still does have the black eyes, but he has this great large open mouth. And I really love the detail of his wings. And I like how they have his hands positioned like that in front of him. It's very nice. The paint here is also pretty good, from his purplish pink hair to his purple scales that go down his back to the purplish pink wings that he has. I also found that the plastic they use for him is pretty strange compared to the plastic I'm used to on these pop figures. It's very bright and shiny. I also really like the fact that these aren't just painted on lines, they're actually sculpted in to his stomach. Now, the one thing I'll talk about that I do not like is this gigantic seam that runs behind his head that you could not see inside the package, and it's pretty noticeable from the back, and I think it's just terrible. It's basically the top of his head is one separate piece, and they just glued it together. One other thing about this figure is it's very heavy. It has a lot of heft to it because it's just a solid plastic figure. I mean, it's just a thick, solid plastic figure, and it's pretty heavy. And just like all pop figures, it has one point of articulation, and that is his head rotates back and forth. I guess you could turn it. No, I guess you can't turn it all the way around. But it just kind of goes back and forth, and that's it. From inside the package, I thought his arms may move, but they're all molded in place. And while the paint is really nice on him, there is one small paint flaw down here at the bottom of his stomach. Alright, so let's bring up the old Figometer and see how the dragon, ELLIOT from Pete's Dragon, stacks up. It's a great sculpt, don't get me wrong. I really like the sculpt, and that's what really drew me to buy this figure, because I think it looked just like the movie. However, the terrible seam on the back of his head I think is just ridiculous. I'm sure there was a way to do this much better. Besides the small paint flaw in his stomach, the rest of the paint here is pretty decent. But with such a big figure, I was really hoping for more articulation. But I guess since it is a pop figure, I should have expected the one point of articulation. In all, ELLIOT is a really nice figure. I would give him a 4 out of 5. So if you liked tonight's review of It Figures, please hit that subscribe button so I can see you next time.